Assalamu alaikum students. I am Nadia Nazir, Vocational Trainer at High Secondary Pahlipora in Baramulla district. Hope you all are hale and hearty in your homes and spending your time productively. I am here to deliver a topic from your syllabus so that you may be able to learn easily in your home, make some notes and use this time productively. So let's get started. As you have already learned about what a computer system is and what are its main parts, let's give it a quick review and after that we will come to our topic. So, you know what a computer system is and what are its main parts. We have three main parts of a computer system. That is input unit, or we can say input devices, central processing unit and output unit. The central processing unit itself has three main parts, that is control unit, arithmetic and logical unit and memory unit, which have their own functions as you have already learned them. So let's come to our topic, that is keyboarding skills. When you have to operate a computer, you first need to learn how to operate the keyboard. Okay, now let's see what is a keyboard. This is what a normal keyboard looks like, which you might have seen in your lab. Now, what a keyboard is. Keyboard is the most common and very popular input device, as you already know what input devices are. These are the devices through which the data is fed into the computer. So, keyboard is an input device through which you can enter the data in your computer system. We have different types of keyboards available with different keys, with different number of keys we can say. So what a computer does is the keyboard allows the computer user to enter words, numbers, punctuation, symbols and special functions, commands into the computer's memory. And Christopher was the inventor of keyboard for computing devices in 1868. Now, let's see what are the different types of keys in our keyboard. Our keyboard has many keys. For example, we can see here we have function keys, we have numlock, we have alt and control key, we have shift key, we have arrow key, we have numeric keypad, we have tab, we have escape key, and each key has its own function. For example, let's say what are the function keys. As you can see in the front row of your keyboard, there are the function keys which are from F1 to F12. These are the keys that have different functions depending on the program being used. Okay. We have alt and control keys. These are the keys which when pressed together with other keys give commands to the program in use. We have shift key which allows you to enter a capital letter or a punctuation mark. Okay, we have tab key that enables you to indent text. We have escape key. It is generally used to cancel or interrupt an operation. Okay. Now we know that what is a keyboard. Now let's see how it works. When we press a key on the keyboard has its own controller which detects the keystroke. And then the controller places a scan code in the keyboard buffer indicating which key was pressed. And then the keyboard sends the computer an interrupt request telling the CPU to accept the keystroke. So we discussed what happens when a key is pressed on a keyboard. Let's see it in more detail. Okay. See, when you press the key on the keyboard controller detects the keystroke. Then the keyboard controller sends the scan code for the key to the keyboard buffer, and then the keyboard buffer sends an interrupt request to the system software. After that, the system software responds to the interrupt by reading the scan code from the keyboard buffer, and after that, finally, the system software passes the scan code to the CPU. Okay? Now, let's talk about the standard design of a keyboard. We have a standard 104 key Windows keyboard that has 4 distinct sections, as you can see if you have a keyboard in your home. It has 4 distinct sections, as I already said. The 4 distinct sections are the alphanumeric keys, the numeric keypad, the cursor keys, and the function keys, which have been numbered here, you can see. Okay? Now, let's take an example of some specific keys. Let's take function keys. Okay, what are the function keys? These are the keys that are usually lined along the top of the keyboard, labeled from F1 to F12. Okay, these keys act as shortcuts for performing certain functions, such as saving files or printing the data. The function key F1, what it does, let's see. The F1 key will open the help screen when pressed. Okay, it means when you press the F1 function key, it will open the help screen. Likewise, the F2 key has its own function. When a file menu is displayed, F2 key enables the renaming function of a highlighted file. If we press Ctrl plus F2, it displays the print preview window in Microsoft Word. The F3 key. This key opens the search find window when using Microsoft Explorer. The F4 key. This key opens the address bar when using Microsoft Explorer. And when used with Alt, means Alt plus F4 will close the program currently active in MS Windows. The F5. In most internet browsers, the F5 key will refresh or reload the page or a document window. It will start a slideshow when using MS PowerPoint. In Word, it opens the Find and Replace window. Okay, the F5 key opens the Find and Replace window in MS Word. Now we know that what is a keyboard. Now let's see how it works. When we press a key on the keyboard has its own controller which detects the keystroke. And then the controller places a scan code in the keyboard buffer indicating which key was pressed. And then the keyboard sends the computer an interrupt request telling the CPU to accept the keystroke. The F10 key activates the menu bar of an open application, and the F11 enters the full screen mode on most internet browsers, and finally the F12 key opens the Save As window in Microsoft Word, and when we press Shift plus F2, it saves the MS Word document. Okay? Now let's talk about the modifier key. We can say a modifier key is a special key or a combination of keys on a computer keyboard that temporarily modifies the normal action of another key when pressed together. For example, if we hold the Shift key and letter A at the same time, it will give you an uppercase of letter A. That means it will give you a capital letter A. Okay? Now let's talk about the alphanumeric keys. The keys from A to Z and 0 to 9 constitute the alphanumeric key. You can enter the numeric as well as the alphabetical data through these keys on your keyboard to the computer system. Now the navigation keys. These are the keys that are used to move the cursor up, down, left or right on your computer screen. Okay, these keys are on the right side of your keyboard, as you can see it on the diagram at the beginning of the topic. I have already illustrated it there. Thank you. And that's all about the basic keys on your keyboard. And if you have any questions, do comment in comment section and let me know. And please stay home. Let's break the chain together. Thank you.